So I was halfway through all of my crochet pieces and I realized my mic was not working. So hopefully this time around it is working, and let's do it again. Hello. I am very excited to show you all the pieces I crocheted this year or last year. There will be pieces included that I did in 2023 since I did not have the channel, but I really want to share. And I would say let's get right into it. A very big thank you to my roommate who is lending me his room for the day, because I would have not been able to fit all of that into my tiny room. And also thank you to my other roommate for borrowing this clothing rack for me to feel very legit right now. It's crazy to see all the crochet pieces I did so far, or most of them, because some of them were presents and I don't have them anymore. But I'm really happy how I can also see how I improved over time. So let's get right into it. I will be starting with the sweaters because it is quite cold in here and I want to get like warm, and I think when I'll be changing I will be warm, so I will not freeze when I show you the itty bitty summer tops. Maybe let's start, or actually not with the sweater but with the sweater vest. I saw a picture on Pinterest, as you do, and I saw the sweater vest that was probably knitted, but I really wanted to try to crochet it, and I think it turned out really cute. I actually want to do a tutorial on it as well, because it was a really easy project that I also really liked taking along with me, because you don't really have to think about it much, and that's why I think it is a good project on the go. Yeah, also I think it's really cute. So I actually have not completely finished this project, but I still wear it anyways, because I still have these gaps here that I wanted to sew onto the collar. Here's a little close-up. It is ripped, all basically one color, quite oversized, and it is very easy to customize and to fit to your body however you like it. This is all the way. And I will definitely do a video on how I did it, because I also want to have it in another color because I really like it. For the next time I think I would do the collar a little bit longer, so when I fold the collar over like this I would still have a turtleneck, but as of now I also like it like this very much actually, and I think it's really cute with a shirt underneath. That's the first piece. On to the next. I will show you this one. This was the very first sweater I crocheted ever, and it was actually in 2024. It is this little bit more of a loose crochet stitch. It's a mohair acrylic wool blend, and it is quite oversized in this blue and white stripes. Let me try it on for you. Like that. So it has these balloon sleeves, which I really like, because normally I have the problem that my sleeves are always too short when I buy things. So whenever I am doing something for myself I tend to overcompensate and do really long sleeves, and also the same with leg pants, but in this instance I feel like it just adds to the look of the very balloony sleeves. It is quite oversized, it is a little bit see-through. The only thing is I have washed this a couple of times and I've worn it a lot. It is one of my most worn pieces in 2024. The only thing is that the collar started to droop like this. I don't really mind that much, but what I will probably do is add an elastic thread and thread it in between to make it stay up again, because I wanted it to sit like this. Or maybe I will actually just open the collar part up and do it a little bit tighter. Maybe that will help. I don't know. But for now I think I still wear it like this, but I think it would look nicer if I would do it like that. That's that. Next one is this sweater. This was the second sweater I made last year, and actually there's no more than those two sweaters. And I used yarn I found at my grandma's place. She used to knit a lot, and now she's not anymore, so I can raid her yarn stash every time I come over. Oof. So that's the sweater. It is basically just very big granny squares sewn together into the sweater. I used these puff stitch flowers on a lot of the granny squares until I realized I do not have enough yarn to pull that off for the whole sweater, because it takes up a lot of yarn doing the puff stitch. So I started to incorporate, you can see it on the back here, to incorporate regular granny squares that take up a little bit less of yarn. Still, I ended up not being able to complete the whole sweater with the yarn from my grandma, which is sad because you cannot repurchase it because it is however old. So I found this yarn that I think is a nice match. It is not a complete match, but I think it complements each other, and I was able to do only the sleeves at this point down in the second color. The thing is, I have not worn this sweater yet because I think I don't like part of it. So when I have sewn together the granny squares, I think my tension was a little bit too high, and it bunched up, like it cinched these pieces up, and now it looks like a little bit puffy, like each square puffs out because the seams in between are too tight, and I don't like this look. I think it looks a little bit weird. It makes a little weird shape here, and I tried to loosen it by blocking it like twice, but that didn't work. Also, the hem down here is rolling up, and I don't know what to do about it. I might try to steam it or block it again. I don't know. I will probably have to undo that part anyway, because it is connected to the granny squares, which I will be reconnecting at some point. So, but yeah, I love the concept. I love the sleeves. I did 3 of those very big granny squares for the part on top for these 2 rows, and then I did only 2 little bit smaller granny squares for the cuff part, and I really like how it turns out to be like this puff sleeve. I still have lots of loose ends because I knew I would probably redo that sweater, and because it is my grandma's yarn, I really want to try and make an effort to fix what I don't like so I would wear it. But yeah, that's that one. All right, next up, I think I will be doing hats and hair pieces, basically. So I am going to start with basically my first obsession with crocheting, which is this exact bucket hat. So I did these in multiple colors. I also did one as a present. I don't think I have a picture of that, but I have it in green. It got these granny square daisies and a big daisy on top, and I think it's just adorable. I have the same one in yellow, like this. I must admit, it gets a little bit hot in summer when I wear them, but they still are protecting from the sun, and I think they're really cute. So I'm sweating anyway, so what does a little bit yarn on your head do, really? It gets a little hot, but it's fine. It's cute. It's very, very cute. So that. And then I did it also in this straw-like yarn. Wait, which is, I think I have a designated front. Is it that? So I did the same pattern, but all in one color. And it was this straw yarn, which was actually not super cheap. I thought it might be, but it wasn't. But it's fine. The only thing was it was a little bit difficult, not to work with, but to have uniform shapes because it had a little bit of a mind of its own. So what I did, I connected all the pieces as I would normally, as I did with the other pieces. And I found a pot in the kitchen, and that was roughly my head size. And then I spritzed it with a tiny little bit of water, just a little bit, because I think otherwise this would have just fallen apart, and put it over the pot to basically block it onto the pot, because it was twisting and it had a really weird shape. And now, I mean, it was squished right now because it's not summer right now, so I didn't wear it as much for the past 2-3 months, but it is in a way better shape than right before I finished initially. So for anyone who has a similar problem and a pot at home in their head size, maybe that helps. But I think it's super, super cute. So I have one more bucket hat that I had to do 2 times actually, because the first one was way too small and I looked like it looked bad. So I unraveled it and did it again and worn it once since then. It is 2 years ago I made this hat, and it was part of a set I wore on Pride. And that is actually because that's the reason why I made this hat in the first place, because I wanted to have something to cover my head but also match what I was wearing. I will be showing the matching top to it later when I'm at the summer tops. I think it is a really cute shape, but I don't think I really love the color anymore on me. I don't know. I think it's... but it is cool. I don't know. But maybe it's a little bit too bright for me. Maybe. I don't know. I have not worn the matching top to it since Pride, so maybe it is the orange. But I love orange. I don't know. That's the last bucket hat I crocheted. Next up, a very nice, I would say, beginner project, classic beanie. So this is the only one I have on me, because every other one I think was a present. I definitely did over 10 beanies by this point, and I actually want to do one more for myself as well, from like scrap yarn, because I really like the Sprite. I really like the striped, colorful beanies. For this one I used a 5 or 10% bamboo yarn mixed in with the same white mohairy type of yarn I used for the blue and white sweater. And yeah, also a project that is really nice to take along, have in your bag. It is rather quick. It is a really quick project, and you can adjust the size, and yeah, if you use a really chunky yarn or a really chunky hook, it is literally done like that. So I really like it for that reason, and also it is cute. So that's that. Now to this hat. I'm really excited to show this hat because I created a video tutorial on it, actually, that is not out yet but will be very soon. And I have finished this hat 1.5 years ago, and then since then made also 2 other versions with different yarn, different color. This is the first one, which I did the tutorial on and filmed it. So it's got these 3 colors, or like 4, because I ran out of this exact yarn. Also, every yarn you see here is also from the stash from my grandma. As maybe you can tell, this is the same orangey as the sweater I've shown you just now. So I really like this shape of the hat. I saw a picture on Pinterest and wanted to recreate it. I didn't know if it was knitted or crocheted, but I just copied the colorway and did a pattern on it. So stay tuned for that. I will show you the other one I made in a much thinner yarn, so it's a little bit more floppy, but I think it also works really well. It is this very electric blue, and I think it's really cute. I did one more of these hats in all black, and I did also a little patch for it that I sewn on it. That was a present for a friend. And maybe I can find some footage of me wearing it because I think I have definitely photos in it. Also for the patch, that was I think somewhere around last year. It was the first time that I crocheted something that is an image. What is it called? Tapestry? So that was really exciting. I did first a little test. So this was the design of the patch I did for the hat for my friend, which is his logo. It's this really cute husky. I did do a test for it first with yarn I already had at home, but this would have been way too big. I wanted to have it more like maybe that size to put like in front. So that was the test. After that I went out and bought some very thin yarn. I'm not really into any hook size below maybe 3.5. No, 4, because it's so small and it, I don't know, it's so, you can see progress so slowly because the yarn is thin, the hook is small. But I went out and bought supplies for that anyway because I really liked how the tapestry came out, but I just wanted it to be smaller. So I did that, and now I have this test patch which I actually use as a coaster for my tea in the morning. So turned out great for me. Last, for keeping the head warm, this balaclava. I did also don't mind all the threads that are not weaved in. If you wear the piece, you basically cannot see it, and it's fine. So it is also, and again, a project that uses basically just granny squares. I switched up with what color I'm starting in the center and put them together like this. I think this is a really cute winter project. I hope you can hear me. If I were to do it again, I think I would extend the border here because I wore it a lot last winter and the wind got into the front a lot. So I would probably either add to it here or do it for my next one, because I really want to do another one for skiing to put over my, what's it called? My ski helmet. Oh wait, you can also wear it like this. This is also really cute, I think. Wait, I'll show you all the round. Like this. But yeah, I saw someone with a crochet balaclava over their ski helmet once, and I think this is really cute. And since I have the same ski gear since I was 15 or 16, and it still fits and it's still like good, so I cannot justify buying a new one. I want to spice it up with some cute crochet pieces over it. So I will probably do a balaclava for February at some point in some other colors. Maybe some pastels? I don't know. Let's see. I really need to use up some of my yarn stash, so let's see. So that is basically the last winter piece, I'd say. So I have 2 more pieces that go on your head or in your hair. So it is, first of all, this scrunchie. I may overdid it a little bit with how thick I did it, but I will put it in my head for a sec. Put up my hair in a ponytail with some elastic prior, so that's what is actually holding up my hair. And then put that in and twist it once. I'm really afraid that the elastic I put in there is going to break. I think if I will definitely do more of these. I think I might use actual elastic and sew it together rather than using hair ties. And then that's it. I think I had some scrap yarn over and I wanted to use it up, and I think it turned out really cute. It is very big, but I like it. And then the other thing that I actually don't think I really pull it off, and that's why I have never worn it other than to try it on. I think the mistake I did is I made it too big. Also, a project I did because I had this one skein of yarn and I wanted to try it. It's this bandana. I think it is really cute when you see it like this, but I don't know, I just cannot figure out how to wear it without looking or feeling weird. How do you... like this? It is a little bit big. I don't know. Like that? I don't know. I'm unsure about that one. I'm really procrastinating doing the summer tops because they are a hassle to get into. Maybe I won't put them actually on and just show you. And I think I have pictures in them somewhere. Maybe I'll just put on a few ones. Maybe let's start with the piece that I have definitely worn most, which is this crop top. It is like this from the back or the front and ties in together like that. I designed it so I can wear it both ways, and actually I started off by wanting to wear it more as a vest, but I ended up wearing it more the other way around. Maybe I will show you the very first crochet piece I have ever done, which actually got me into crocheting in the first place. It was the fruity tops like this. So, well, the very first one I did was the lemon. So it looks like this. I will try to show pictures or videos of me wearing it because it is a lace-up bag and I really don't feel like putting it on right now. And then after that I did the orange, and the orange top is the one that is the matching top to the bucket hat, so like this. And then I found a orange themed skirt in the thrift store just the day before Pride, and that was my outfit. So I think it is really cute. I have never worn it afterwards, and actually it is a little bit broken at that point, so it is in my mending pile for about 2 years now, but I think it is still really cute. It was a very ambitious first project, I must admit. I followed a tutorial on YouTube. I can link it. It is very detailed, but for someone who has not crocheted before, it was quite challenging. It had a magic ring, it has 2 strands at once, which was really confusing because I didn't know how to determine where to go into the stitches and stuff. But it worked out. I think I did this cup like 3 times because they turned out different sizes every time. And that is actually what happened to the lemon top, and I didn't care at that point. So this cup is, I think, much smaller than this one, but I still crocheted onwards. So that's something I also never wear now. But it holds sentimental value, and I think it is still really cute. It just might not be my style anymore. Maybe I change my mind in summer, or again when there's a theme of fruit, I have something to wear, and I won't ever get rid of them, I think, because these are my first pieces. So next up, let's do that one. So this is the first pattern I have ever bought. I will put the name of the designer somewhere here. I bought this pattern and then it laid in my folder for a year before I actually started doing it. But I think this is a really cute top. This is actually where I have the puff stitch flower from for the granny square sweater I made. I just did these just in large scale. I will put in a photo of me wearing it, but it has this little peekaboo cut out right here, and it's a teeny tiny crop top. Also again, lace up bag, and I think this is just really fun. I think I might do another one in black this year, because I think it is just really cute. Next up, another granny square project. This is also when I first started, so I did these small granny squares all around, and I did these 2 cups. You can tell that this is another yarn I used, but I didn't really care, and I still don't. I might have some pictures wearing it, but it is a halter top and very summery. The only problem I have with it is that this is very thin yarn, which is good because it's a summer top, but it is a little bit flimsy, so it is moving around a lot. I might add some fabric to the back and to secure it, but I don't know. Maybe let's keep the theme of the halter neck tops. Oh, I love this one. So this is also from scrap yarn from my grandma. It's this stripy, I feel like it's giving off 70s vibes. I will also insert pictures of me wearing it. It is a project that also does not take a long time. The yarn I used, it was a rather thick yarn, so it holds up its structure really, really nice. So I was able to wear it quite often last year. I'm saying that because I have the same version of the top in blue, but in a much thinner yarn, and it is very flimsy, and I had it on for maybe a total of 2 or 3 minutes on a festival and then decided to change because I was afraid something would spill. So I might also add a fabric inlay and sew it onto the fabric so it has a little bit more structure, because I really like the colorway. I think it is really fun. It's giving, I don't know, wings vibes. I don't know why, but I really like it. This is also, I think, a very popular crochet top tutorial on YouTube. Also one of the first ones I've made after I did the citrus tops. It's got a really cool cross back and yeah, a nice going out black top, which I like. Maybe let's keep it in the black going out tops I've made. So this is a bandeau style top, which is basically a very long rectangle, which I tied together at the front. So I made a little tunnel here and did this very long chain. So this would be the front, and then I always crossed it and put it around my neck. The thing is, I made this thing a little bit too long. So while I was wearing it, it kind of moved down because it got a little bit looser while I was wearing it. So I haven't worn it since. This should be a really easy fix by just extending the tunnels I've made. So I basically folded over the edge and sewn along here. So I had a tunnel to thread through this piece, and I could just extend it, which would automatically make it smaller. Just have to do it. It's going in the mending pile. One more black top, which is this one. Also have not worn it once, but I think it's really cool. I don't think I have worn it because I did not have the occasion to. I maybe will put it in my luggage for my next festival because it is quite boobalicious if you don't put anything under it, which is really cool, but not as much my vibe during university hours. But yeah, it's got this slash right across. It's also a YouTube tutorial I can link below. For everything that I followed some sort of tutorial, I will put it in the description box. But I think for a lot of those pieces, I will do one myself because I made them up myself. Next up, maybe this one. Let's go back to the granny squares. I really love the idea of this top. So it is a lot of granny squares, small ones with different colored flowers. And as you can see, I did the straps a little bit too long, so I safety pinned them where I like them. I need to undo them again. I actually might put that one on because that should be quite easy. The thing is, I like this top more in my head than I like it on. I don't know if I feel like it is a little bit too stiff of a yarn choice. I feel like it looks boxy and not oversized how I initially wanted it to look. So yeah, I don't know what to do with it really. Maybe it was in my head because now that I see it, I kind of like it again. I don't know, I think it's cute. It's a cute summer top. It is literally just plenty of granny squares sewn together and added some straps, which I need to redo because they are too long, but yeah. That. And since we are on the topic of granny squares, that is probably my favorite one because I just love the colorway, and it is a high neck. It is a little bit broken, unfortunately. The first and only time since now that I have worked with really nice yarn and I ruin it by washing it in the machine, apparently. Because all the other pieces, I have never had any trouble washing it in the machine. Sometimes I put them in those extra bags, but for the most part, I just chuck them in. And this yarn in the middle, the colorful one, I got for a birthday present. And I did these granny squares on a road trip somewhere and sewn them all together. It's got this low back and the double straps like this, which I think is really, really nice. But I washed it in the machine and for some reason the middle of the granny square came undone. And that is a common theme with almost every single one. And I got it out of the machine, was shocked, and then threaded a new yarn piece through the middle because they are still like intact. I just needed a new center basically. So I did that, and then I forgot that I ruined it in the wash before and put it in the wash again, and it happened again. So because I really, really love this top, I will fix it again, but I really need to remind myself that this is hand wash only apparently. But yeah, I might do that in another color. I can gladly show you how I did it. Maybe I will do a tutorial on it. It is very, very simple, but I feel like sometimes you still get confused on how to do stuff, and I think it's worth to showcase even very simple stuff, because at one point this was also not simple for me. But yeah, so that was the tops. I actually will put on my shirt again. I'm getting cold again. All right, I think I have 2 more summer pieces that I will show you now. So I followed this tutorial on YouTube for a dress that is this number. So it is like a net, a low back, and then a halter neck like this, so a V-neck in front. And I did it in a medium length, I'd say. It's right around my knee. The thing is, I have never worn it other than trying it on because I did it way, way too tight, and it took me way too long for me to wanting to restart. So that's in my closet now. I think it is a really cool dress, but it doesn't fit me. But I used the same technique that she showed in her video, and I made my version of the dress with a different top part and also colored different colors, and that's that. So I did a floor length basically dress that is in all those different fun colorful colors. So I bought this beige color in bulk at some point. I got it really cheap, and every color in between is also from my grandma's stash. So basically this video is sponsored by my grandma. So thank you. Thank you for that. And I really, really like wearing that as a beach cover up on the way to the beach. And I also wore it at Pride in 2024, which was also really nice. Yeah, it took a really long time to do because it is very long, even though it's got like triple crochet and quite large stitches. It took a long time, but I had a great time doing it. I actually crocheted most of it at the beach, so that was a vibe. So that was the last summer pieces, I'd say. Let's finish up the clothing and then go to accessories. So a winter scarf that I have probably worn hundreds of times by now. Really, really simple to do. I will probably also do a tutorial on it, even though it is so easy to make. It is this red scarf that has this ripped look to it, and so I wore it like this. This is also basically just one stitch all around and a very easy tutorial. So yeah, that was the scarf. It is quite long. It is very cozy. I think I really love a pop of red with basically all of my winter coats that are quite dark. A little pop of red is always very nice. And then my newest obsession is these like very slim, these cute scarf. That is basically the crochet version of the Sophie scarf, the knitted one. I have not picked up the knitting needles just yet. I tried some over Christmas, but I am very at home with crocheting, so I did a pattern for a crochet version of the Sophie scarf. It is also already, it is my very first YouTube tutorial I uploaded, so you can check it out if you want. So I have it in this beige color. I also already did it in like 2 or 3 different colors as a present, but these are mine. So this is the same yarn I used for the granny square top that broke in the washing machine. So it is very nice quality, very nice feel, and I will only wash this one by hand. So this is that. And then the last one is this black one where I added a white border, which I feel like is also really cute. Okay, so that is the last scarf I did for myself. I need to hurry up a little bit because my batteries are running low and I cannot keep up with charging them. So, and also this is not my room, so I need to be done soonish. So let's do bags. I have this little crossbody bag that I followed a tutorial on YouTube on. I had some macrame yarn left and I found some more, and I used that to crochet this beauty. I actually used it quite a lot. Yeah, that's that. I did the same pattern in a much smaller, thinner yarn, and that's that. But I actually only worn it a couple of times because it is very flimsy and does not have a lot of structure, and I'm always afraid that something is going to fall out of it. So I am not putting my phone in there, I'm not putting any cards or money in there, so I basically just have some chapstick and maybe, I don't know, some gum in there. I don't really wear it. Maybe I will try to repurpose it. Maybe, yeah, no, I don't know. It's just not as functional for me as I would like. And then I did these 2, I did some more and had them as gifts. I have these bottle holders, which are quite nice to have if you meet up, for example, for... I had one of these on a wine hike and had my wine bottle in there. It also goes crossbody if I want to, but I think these are really cute. If I were to do them again, I think I would definitely do thicker straps, because when I was on the hike, it really started to dig into my shoulder because of the weight of the bottle, and I think it would just be more comfortable if it would have been thicker. That would also just work for the part on top, so to have like small straps on the side and a thicker part at the top, I think that would work nicely. Ooh, and then I have 2 bags I made out of old t-shirts, and I crocheted with the yarn I made out of the old t-shirts. So I went to a thrift store and picked out some t-shirts I liked in the colorway I wanted, and that was my first attempt just to figure out if I like the look, because I wanted to crochet a bag for a wedding I was attending, but yeah, I wanted to try it out first. So this is the test bag basically. It's this small shoulder bag. I cut up the t-shirts into yarn, which I now would never do the way I did back then. It was 1.5 years ago I did these. Because my hand cramped so much, and now I have a rotary cutter, and back then I just had the fabric scissors, but it was so tough to get through for some reason, and my hand really hurt afterwards. So I would definitely do the t-shirt yarn again, but with a rotary cutter, because that was just, it was painful. So I think that's really cute. And then I did the one I ended up wearing to the wedding. I had these different kinds of beige and white t-shirts that I cut up and did this shoulder bag with. like this, which I think is really, really cute. And then I have this bag, which I did not make, but I wanted to include because I have it and I think it's really cute. This was a present from my very, very talented friend, and I am just obsessed with the pink and red combo. I just absolutely love it. It's also a shoulder bag and it is really, really fun. So shout out to her and thank you again. I'm very, very in love with it. So I think, oh, there's two little more accessories that I have not shown yet, which is one more coaster I did with some leftover yarn I had on hand while I was on vacation. I'm not in love with the white-ish part. I think if this would have been more of a white, I would like it more. But I want to do some more coasters in general, so I might do that. And I really like the checkered pattern, which is also in this little pouch I've made. This was a project where I very first incorporated a zipper into, and here's where I keep an old SD card, some SD cards and some technical stuff. And I think this is really cute. I actually did this because I saw a similar pouch which was not crochet but in fabric, and it was really, really expensive, but it was really cute. So I went home and I did one for myself, and it turned out quite cute. No? You could also do pens in there, but I mean, I think I had pens in there at first, but the pens were so small that they went through the holes of the crochet, so now I have just like a little bit bigger stuff. So that's that. And some honorable mentions to my work in progresses. So I started this summer with this tote bag. Also saw an inspiration photo on Pinterest, and I mean, it is basically done. I just need to add some straps, but for some reason my motivation left me and I have not done it. I have not completed it. So I think whenever I start going to the farmer's market again, more during the summertime, I think I will finish it up, because I think this would be a really cute farmer's market bag. And then I have actually just one more project I'm working on. That's a lie, but the other ones are so super small that I won't be showing them. And it is a sweater. So that's the back panel and that's the front panel done. I have not finished these because I wanted to do a tutorial on it, because halfway through I think I want to do a tutorial on it because it is a made to measure, I would say, and I figured out the neckline. It is basically the same pattern as the very, very first thing as I showed you, the sweater vest. It's the same base, but I will be adding the sleeves. But I need to figure out how to do the sleeves before I film anything, so I need to do a test. And then I do another version, another color probably, and then I'll show you. But I think the color is really, really cool. I want to do high neck, a little cropped, and I don't quite know how to do the sleeves yet, like what style I want, but I feel like something fun. So I think actually that was everything. I am so hungry. That was a lot. I still have like a little gift section, things I got gifted from those ones. It is basically a very big pile of knitted socks, but I think I will show it in another time. Maybe just two pairs. I think they are the most adorable, good fitting pairs of socks I've ever had. I got plenty of different styles, and these are all hand knitted by my boyfriend's grandma, who kindly enough made probably like 12 pairs by now. Every time basically we see each other, I have another pair of socks from her, and I'm very, very grateful for that. But I will be showing that maybe in another video, maybe on my TikTok or Instagram. I will do a little try on of all these socks because I need to showcase them. But this was everything I made, and one piece that was gifted that I've shown you in the past 1.5 years. I am very proud of myself that I kept going. I can see with every piece that I either learned something or improved something I didn't know how to do before. Even though not every piece turned out perfectly, I think that's the whole fun in it. I am very, very excited for this year. I have lots of things planned. Already some things that I have also done in 2024, but I don't want to share just yet because they will be coming out within the next few weeks. I'm very, very excited to take you along my journey of creating content, of creating clothing pieces, accessories, and on another day I will be also doing a what I have sewn in 2024, which is also quite a few pieces. If you want to also create your own Sophie's Craft but crochet version. The funny thing is my name is also Sophie, so I always think like, yeah, that's my design, but it's not. I just did a crochet version of the scarf. If you want to do one for yourself, I will link that video. So yeah, thank you so much if anyone watched until here, and I'm excited for this year and everything that's about to come. I would love for you to be there. Bye bye. Bye. Oh no, the battery. Now let's do it again. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. It's time to switch up the battery again. Again. Words are hard. No. It's not a song.